Hey, everybody, welcome back. Well, okay. So it says Charles and Evelyn, but we've had a little bit of technical difficulties today. So, yeah, we had to take a nap after a big hard thing of floating down the river. And but I've got a special guest on today. Evelyn's going to join us in a minute. It says Charles and Evelyn with Van Life and Beyond, but actually, it's just me right this moment. She'll be popping in here in a minute. So let's go with this right now. And today's whole event is about, we're going to talk a little bit about floating the Nantahala River today. And one of our real good friends out of Texas, which is going to pop in here with us, not to mention direct locations where he's at, but my good buddy Jim is going to join us here from down in Texas. And here we go. Hey, Jim, how you doing tonight?
Doing great. Thanks for getting me on the show tonight.
All right. Looks like a awesome day. It's been a long one. Got up really early this morning and played around, took off. We floated down the Nantahala River, but I'll talk more about that a little bit later. And but we got this beautiful, I don't know, can you hear the roaring water behind us back here?
No, actually, all I can hear is the rain beating on my roof over here. It's raining here.
Oh, you're getting rain today.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good. Still got some of my rafting gear on. Get this off my head here, but like something. What is that? Oh, we're still on here. Jim, so tell us a little bit about yourself, and don't give us a direct location. Don't put in your exact address, but tell us a little about you and your channel that you have. I know you got Totally Relaxed, and tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I'm a retired truck driver after 38 years of cross-country driving. Retired in 2015. I'm itching and climbing the walls to get back up on the road and travel again, and hopefully it's going to be pretty soon. So, and I do have a YouTube channel, and that's the name of it you're looking at right there. So I'd appreciate y'all drop in, and if you like what you see, look at some of them videos I got up there. I got a few of them.
Well, Jim, you've how long you been out of trucking now?
9 years.
9. That's a while. You just completely went into retirement. Give me a little heads up with it. How many miles did you actually drive while you was trucking?
Oh, I wouldn't have the slightest idea, but I'm pretty sure it's at least 2 million in 38 years.
Yeah, that's a lot of miles.
Yeah, it is. More than I want to think about anyway.
Yeah. So, did you travel all of the lower 48?
All 48 states. Yes, sir.
And you plan on joining back up with it out on the road? I know you've had at least one van here most recently, and don't know what else what's in your plans for the upcoming. Are you getting on the road with us? I don't know where it is.
Oh yeah.
There I go.
Yeah, I bought a van, a 1989 Dodge Class B a couple years ago, and I put about 20 grand into it. Got it completely restored from the ground up, and was going to put it back on the road and travel, but it didn't work out, so I ended up getting rid of it. But I'm fixing to be back out there pretty soon, hopefully within the next month or so anyway.
Oh, cool. Come on, Evelyn's coming on and joining in now. She totally toasted. Toasted Tuesdays is nothing like, yeah. this here like this so we can get.
Let's go back
There
there.
she is.
Hey, I was busy making me up a drink. I'm gonna call this the Appalachian Mojito because I use Mountain Dew instead of Sprite. It is so good.
I'm not even going to try to say that. Here's mine right here.
What you got going on there?
Who?
Huh? Me?
Oh.
You? Who?
Well, I Jim, I guess what you tipping right there?
I'm drinking lemon water.
Oh, you're being healthy this week. That was my last week.
I don't know if he had some sort of big giant mixed up something other, Texan margarita or something.
No, I figured you wouldn't want me to get drunk on your live show, so I drink. I'm just drinking lemon water.
The whole show is getting toasted. It's toasted on Tuesday. Toasted Tuesdays. Yes, sir. We don't have a problem tipping a few up, and if you kind of get the idea, that's the whole gig here. Is that we don't just sit around here and we do. Sometimes we do. We just sit around.
Sometimes the definition of toasted is we're toasted from the week, not from the drinking.
No, my shoulders feel a little bit of it today after paddling.
Paddling. That
Yeah.
is rowing.
Nope, runs.
Oh, okay.
So did y'all get into the rapids or what?
A little bit.
Yeah, we went rafting.
It's not like going down some of the big rivers, things like that. It's more or less,
It's a beginner river.
yes.
It's fun and relaxing.
It's something that you're not required to have a guide go with you. You just let them know ahead of time that you want to be self-guided. That's the key, right?
Yeah.
Let them know.
The kind of river that
So-
if you want to get excited, you have to create the excitement. Like you have to
Oh, so
bounce off
y'all was
rocks
on the
and
kid.
spin.
Y'all was on the kiddie run then, huh?
What?
Yeah, kiddie ride.
Oh yeah, for rafters, absolutely.
I'd tell anybody if you are going to do any sort of rafting, we're the ones that you should have in your group because we're just that good. We're that good. Come on down, join us. We'll get inside the raft with you. So, Jim, this is a personal invite right here live on Toasted Tuesday and Van Life and Beyond to bring you on up here whenever you're ready, and you can go down the river with us.
Well, that ought to be a hoot, huh?
Yes.
Totally.
It is.
Yeah, we'll get you up front so you have the best view.
Oh, geez. That's a lot. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. How nice of you.
If you're wearing a hat, it'll be all flipped up.
It'll be
Along.
wet.
That's why it looks like I'm a
Splashing.
Gilligan hat today or whatever. So
You got snaps. Let me snap it.
then I look like I'm out on, ouch. Let's go. So Jim said he's probably put a couple million miles driving and when he was trucking
Wow,
but it's been 9 years
a lot of miles.
since he's driven
Yeah.
trucks. So Jim, tell us a little bit about some of your plans. Are you going to get back? How long before we see you out on the road?
Well, that depends on my
3 months.
lawyers because I'm expecting a windfall to hit my bank just any day now, and when that happens, and actually I can't divulge what I'm going to be buying to be back out there on the road as yet because that's going to be in the first video I put out once I get back out there. Because there's a
Jim,
couple
hang on
of-
one second. Hang on one
We
second.
got a group of motorcycles.
Yeah.
going by.
That's US 19 behind us, traveling from Bryson City over to Cherokee. And this is like the main weaving, winding road between the two. And those Harley Davidson riders, I don't like that. Those Harley Davidson riders are out there in force. No, we can't hear anything when they're going by.
All right, there we go. Now they're gone.
Yeah. So go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I can't. There's a few of y'all out there that know what I'm going to be driving and what I'm going to be camping in and all that, but the majority of the folks that know me, they don't know, and I want it to be kind of a surprise. So I don't want to let the cat out of the bag. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag right now.
Yeah, we understand.
Yeah,
Well, that's cool. That's cool.
I don't really like cats anyway.
Yeah, I'm not real partial to them either.
You can keep the cat in the bag on this show. So I'm gonna step away for a moment, and I'm gonna let Evelyn quiz you on whatever you chit chat for just a moment. I got a little something I got to tend to off screen, so I'll be right back.
Okay. Sip it. There you go.
There you are. So how long was y'all out
anything
on
this
the
week?
water? I'm sorry, what?
It's a 2-hour cruise down the Nantahala River. So about 2 hours. If we were Charles made a wrong reservation and forgot to say we were self-guiding. So we had a guide for the first time. So, they got to hurry up and get back because they got to get back out on the river to make money. So 2 hours. We usually stretch it out when we go to about 3 hours because we'll stop and enjoy a little more. But today was a quick one, which is fine. It was still fun. We love getting out there in nature.
So how deep of water y'all on when you're out there rafting?
Most of the times you can see the bottom. You can touch the bottom with your paddle. There's
okay.
deepest spot. There's a rock that you can jump off of and swim. It's 8 feet at that spot. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was the Olympics trained here. I don't know how far back. A long time ago. I don't know. It's still a junior Olympic training river, but that's how it got popular. It was one of the early 2000s or something. I don't know. He might know the date. He's the tour guide. I'm not. But it's a very popular destination, especially for families. Kids that weigh 50 pounds or more can get on it because they have to be able to fit in a life vest. Other than that, There's no restrictions because it's easy.
So how bad was the rapids? How rough was the rapids that y'all were on?
Not. Honestly, not. The worst one is right at the end, and it's only a class 3, which I don't know if you know the classifications, but 3 is still scary, but it's not. If you take the wrong path, we've been rafting with family members that have gone up the rock and flipped everybody out of the raft. So if you don't take the right path, you can flip. But I don't know. There have been people who've drowned on the river, sadly, but that's just mishaps. Not that this river, Nantahala River, it's not that dangerous. But it doesn't take much water to drown, right? Stuff happens.
Especially if somebody's holding you under it too.
Yes. I think that was one of the instructions. They were like, if somebody falls out, you hold them under till the bubbles stop, and then you pull them up.
That's terrible. But that it. Well, I ain't gonna go no more with that one.
Oh my goodness!
So what else y'all
Is
been
it
doing
hot there?
today? No, not really.
Nothing.
Right now it's about 89 degrees, but it's raining, so it's cooled down a little bit.
That's good. I've been seeing all these hot temperatures across the country. Our people in Florida are like melting because it's like in the hundreds already. So
well, it's like yesterday and today both has been sunshining all day long, and then about this time of day, then comes a storm like last night. I mean, it rained for it stormed for about 2 hours. It was bad.
Wow.
And and it's raining again. I haven't even opened the door to see what it's doing right now, but I know it's raining because I can hear it beating on my metal roof.
Right. Does the rain cool you off there, or does it just make it muggy? Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I stay in the house. It's 73 degrees in here, so I don't. I
There
can't
you
go outside
go.
very often. I don't go outside very often because the darn mosquitoes are so bad out there that they'll tear you apart.
I
I mean,
believe it. We
I mean,
have
they're
mosquitoes
bigger
here,
this
and
year.
we've got.
They're bigger this year than I've ever seen them in my life. I mean, my goodness,
Really,
they're terrible. When they
not
bite
good.
you here,
Not
they
good.
actually hurt.
Yeah, I don't like the mosquitoes. I agree.
Yeah, and the worst part
Oh
of
my
it is
goodness.
you come back in the house and then you sit there and scratch for about an hour.
Yes. Yep. Yep.
So,
I know it. We had this. I don't know if you saw our video. This weird alien Helgramite, I think it was called, bug that surfaced out of the river last month.
I
Weird,
think I
weird,
saw it. I'm not.
weird bug.
I'm not
Like
sure.
looked like a centipede, but they really weren't legs on the side, and it like wiggled like this, and it had pinchers on both ends.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah. I think I saw that video. Yeah.
I mean, it's supposed to be a trout fishing like bait,
Bait.
and they live in these waters here. But I'd never heard of them before. And when they started crawling on our campsite, we started freaking out. I'm more afraid of those than mosquitoes.
Jeez,
And
how
then
big was it?
they could and turn into a giant fly-looking bug about that big, and they still
How
got the
big?
pinchers as the fly. Creepy
Huh.
things. I don't want to get bit by one of those.
No. Down here we call it crawfish.
Yeah.
Crawfish is a little bit of different thing.
Yeah, I don't think crawfish will bite you like you say.
Well, when she said pinchers, that's the first thing that came to mind was crawfish.
Yeah. It's not a fish. I don't know.
It's a larvae.
Yeah, it's a larvae that lives in the water. We researched it. It lives in the river. It has to be moving water. Lives in the river for 3 years, and then it only comes to shore to cocoon, change into that fly, lay eggs, and then its life cycle's over. Like weird,
Okay.
Look at him over there.
but it's a creepy bug.
I didn't know Charles was back. I didn't know he's back because he started talking.
He just got back.
Let me click sideways screen here. Yeah, I've got these noises that pop in here too. So yeah, I was
There
on
you
the. I had a couple of things that had to take care of to make. Yeah. Exactly. So
What's happening?
you were talking about the
Helgramite?
the creatures.
Well, he was
from the-
talking about how big and bad the mosquitoes are this year. I don't want to get bit by them, and then it made me think of that. I don't want to get bit by that.
Well, the last couple of giant mosquitoes I saw was that big one in the camper last night. She
No,
says
it
it
was-
was a skeeter eater.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
going.
a
It looked
mosquito
like
bite.
a giant mosquito that was on a diet because he was very, very skinny and huge. Lost a lot of weight here recently because he wasn't able to get blood from us.
It was a mosquito hawk. Yes, yes. Not a mosquito.
That was a big mosquito.
Yeah, when
That's right.
I lived in Louisiana, we called that the Louisiana state bird.
Hey, that's the truth. Where in Louisiana did you live at?
Hey, barely hear you.
We're
What?
in Louisiana.
We're in
I
Louisiana.
said,
Louisiana. Well, of course, I was at Fort Polk.
oh,
That's
okay.
down in the bottom section of that. Yeah, when we go play maneuvers and stuff like that, we'd see those dadgum giant mosquitoes. We were out doing some sort of thing up in the woods one day, and I heard a noise off in the background. Of course, the Army's engineers were nearby, so they had their big dump trucks, those giant dump trucks. And I
Right.
looked over there just after eating, and there was a mosquito standing on the ground drinking the water out of the back of the dump truck.
I need to get my
Yeah.
feet up off the floor because it's getting deep over here. Water on the outside. Now I got water on the inside over here.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness. So you know, it's just been
There
there you go.
You didn't have to stop talking.
Yes, it did. That's the one there's on there.
Uh-huh.
So
All right.
it's like the behind the scene in front of the scene conversation over here. Because we have no idea what we're doing. Last week, one of our buddies down there in, was he in where was it? Mississippi, Louisiana?
You have to identify who you're talking about.
Bayou guy.
Bayou would be Louisiana.
Yeah.
Okay, how many
Could
shots
be,
do you have?
could be either one. Could be either one.
Well, no, I'd be giggling more like you if I had as big a drink as you do. Oh my goshness.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, don't let the cat out of the bag on what you're going to be riding in. But
Man, that's an old conversation.
yeah, I know, but I left at that time and I'm come back.
All right, I got you.
I could pull my hat off and scare everybody. So yeah, I look forward to you coming out on the road. I look forward to us getting back on the road too.
Yep.
But I didn't take any pictures or anything that I could put on the channel today. We'll discuss our did you discuss it yet?
What are you
Our
discussing?
our new vehicle.
No. We can post a video later in the week.
Yeah.
But yeah, our tragedy last week of losing our car. We believe the transmission went out. Threw us in a panic because we don't want to drive our house to and from the train to work every day.
Yeah, and then we got to do something with the dog and everything's set
Yeah,
up,
we'd have
so
to
it's like
plug in. Yeah, we were just like thrown into an emergency situation. I mean, it had 426,000 miles on the car, so we kind of like knew it was coming, but you just never are ready for it when it happens, especially like that. It wasn't like something was going and then it took a days to go. No, it just went.
Well, you know, this
like for
morning,
at least the last. Go ahead, bro.
This morning, what?
this morning I was headed to the post office, and all of a sudden I got halfway over there, and all of a sudden the brake light icon come on the dash and started beeping like crazy, and I thought, what the heck? So I mean, I had no choice but to keep on going, and then I tried to fix it at the post office. Well, that didn't work, so I got home, and I don't know what it was. Everything was fine, The emergency brake wasn't on.
Yeah.
It had plenty of brake fluid, so it quit as quick as it started. So I don't know what that was all about.
Yeah, you never know. We didn't even have any.
Yeah, we had no warnings at all.
No lights, no sounds, nothing. Matter of fact, he met me for lunch, and there was nothing
So
wrong.
where
with
y'all got the old car at? Is it still there at the campsite?
Yep,
Yeah,
still sitting
yeah.
right out there. Yeah, the strangest thing is that I drove all the way out to Nantahala to go see her. It's only like 20 miles. Came back by here and just went straight on over to Silva, get some
Which is
dog
about
food,
another
about
20
another
miles.
20 miles.
Yeah.
And I stopped there. I left the engine running. When I come back out, switched to reverse, backed out, switched to forward, and I wasn't going anyplace. Engine just revved up by itself.
Wow.
So that's a surprise when you don't move. First thing I did was look down and see if I did put it in gear or did I accidentally hit neutral. I've done that before. Everybody's done that someplace. You hit neutral and give it a throttle, and you're like, oh heck. So I waited, the engine slowed down. And I was like, whoa, I'm in drive. Hold on, go back to neutral, back to drive, nothing's happening. Down to 2, nothing's happening. Down to low, clunk. Okay. that was not the normal smooth shifting that I normally get. It was a little jar. So I drove around the parking lot. Driving around the parking lot is when I finally went. That was where I was at. So,
I thought you were going to tell me when you put it back neutral, it took off on you. So,
oh no, it was. That's a heart-dropping day right there.
Well, I know the feeling about the transmission. Like I said, I just put a new one in mine. I rebuilt mine here about 3 or 4 months ago. So, yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's not a fun feeling, I'll tell you.
No, and since our car was so old with so many miles, and the engine's got the full 400,000 plus miles on it, so we just felt that rebuilding it wouldn't be good, because then the engine would be old, the transmission would be new, and the car's value was not worth it. So that's why we went searching. He searched like day and night, and when I finally had my next day off, we went and looked, and I don't know. There's a backstory to this. I had to sell my big Ford F-350 V10 Triton four-wheel drive, jacked up, beautiful red truck, which I still love, to buy our van. But it was worth it. But I still miss it. So what Charles he did?
I looked at my. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We went to.
I thought you was through. Go ahead.
We went to it. We bought a used Jeep.
Hey, Desert Deb.
We got a 4x4. It's jacked up. It's got a winch. It's got the Casey lights on the top. It's
You're giving too much info now.
Yeah, it's beautiful. We'll put a picture up. We'll post a video. We'll do a video tour of the Jeep.
Now,
later.
whenever we go out west and see Deb out there,
we can go off road.
Yep. we can let you guys drive out, and I can pull you. I got a 12,000-pound winch.
Yep. So I'm super happy. I got my jacked up 4x4 back. It's not a truck, but it's a Jeep. I don't care. It still looks good. That's the redneck coming out in me.
So one of our friends out there in the far off country, Desert Deb, is on watching the show, and so she's one of our favorite folks out there in the California area. So why you got that weird giggle? He.
I'm just thinking about my Jeep.
Oh. Now you see who took possession of it? Yeah. Yeah, so that was yeah. I don't know. I've already told everybody that it was it's like her vehicle. Yeah, right on, So and what do you say? Oh yeah, the California. Yeah. It is that California's all the way across there. Jim, you been out to California a few times?
Yeah, just a few times, more than I want to think about. And I guarantee you, when I go back out on the road as an RVer this time, I'm going to stop at Ehrenberg on 10. I ain't going in. Well, I might go into about 20 miles in, but as far as I'm going.
Yeah.
The traffic in Houston is bad enough where I live. And I mean, going to LA, anything past the Palms out there, I mean, anything further west, I mean, you're just asking for it. I'm just not going to deal with it no more. My last load out of California, when I was still trucking, my last load coming out of California, I was only going 88 miles. It was a partial load just to get me going, headed back this way, It took me 4 hours to go 88 miles. That's how bad the traffic is out there. And that was 9 years ago. So, no, I ain't going back inside California.
No.
Don't blame me. Not me.
I try to avoid the big cities as well.
Desert Deb, you still there? So, and Deb out in California, she met us over in Arizona. So not just last year, year before, and what's it pinned on? Oh, yep. Oh, so she says it depends on the time of day, I guess, how busy it is over there. Yeah, so we met her over there, but Arizona's about as far as I've ever gone. That I have been in L.A. before.
But we flew in.
No,
Oh
I
yeah,
drove
you
in.
drove in.
Yeah,
I just flew in.
I had to float my car over to Hawaii.
Well, you know what? A lot of people complain about Houston having too many freeways. They ain't seen no freeways, so they go to LA or somewhere like that, man. I'm even
Right?
overwhelmed to go to LA. Jeez, there ain't no way I could live out there with all them freeways.
Oh, where were we? Oh, we were down not even to Miami yet, right? Just South Florida. When all the freeways down there, like off of I-95 in South Florida, and we thought we were on the right exit, and it turned out it wasn't, and we ended up going for a long, like 20-mile round trip to get back on. Yeah, no, I don't like all those freeways. No, thank you.
Now, back roads are the one that I like. I prefer to be off on the back road.
Well,
Yeah,
the thing is,
Phoenix is bad too.
Evelyn would be better suited to just stay on Interstate 75 from 10 straight down. That way, she ain't got to worry about no freeways. She's on the only way.
Yeah, that one's not much of a freeway. Although I like 301 better. Highway 301.
Yeah, answering Desert Deb, Phoenix was I don't know how can I say it, kind of confusing, but not as bad as San Antonio with their roads, because that was like I felt like I was underground in San Antonio going through there on I-10. Because all the stuff was shifting from left to right, and there was like something over the top of us. It felt like we went underground someplace, and maybe they built buildings up there. Maybe it's roads. I don't know, but I just remember going under stuff, and it was raining and dark, and I hated that combination.
You sure you wasn't just toasted when you went through there?
No, I don't do that.
I was like, I don't remember that in San Antonio.
You and I were both freaking out through there. I was trying to get you look in the mirror. Well, I was looking, trying to figure out when I switched, change lanes, and everything else.
It happens a lot, so I can't specifically remember that in San Antonio. But okay.
Well, I tell you what, the one town in Texas that I refuse to go through is Dallas. I hate Dallas with a passion, buddy. If I'm going to like Oklahoma or somewhere north of Texas, I will stop about up there in a little town called I forget what his name is, but exit 245, and I'll head west and go through Fort Worth and come back out on top, where the 35E and 35W come back together, and then I'll continue on.
Yeah.
I hate Dallas. God, I hate Dallas.
Yeah. Hey, Eva. Yes, we finally made it there, even though we took the scenic route.
No, I believe she's saying she finally made it on our live.
Oh, you made it here. Yes, you did. Thank you.
Because she's always, I always get a message from her that she's missed it again.
And you're in our same time zone.
Yeah, it's all okay.
I gotta go make me another Appalachian mojito. I'm out.
That smells very weird.
I'll be back. You don't like Mountain Dew, so.
Darn right.
All right.
Mountain Dew, I think, is from up here, isn't it?
Yeah. Well.
Oh, Mountain Dew. Back in the beginning, it used to be more or less kind of a court thing. That Mountain Dew. But heck yeah. So Deb's out there, Eva's out there. It's been a good show. Jim's man, I can't wait to finally get yourself hooked up where you got us got yourself another RV, whether it's a van or whatever it happens to be. I'm glad that you're going to finally get yourself hooked up, get out here. I know we done drove all the way across the whole United States to just go over and see you.
You know, it's been a while since we got together over in Sealy, Texas. That's been, how long ago was that? Last year or year before last? Last year, wasn't it?
In
It last
22,
year.
23.
Yeah.
Yeah, in 23, it was January or March or something like that of 23. February, probably.
Yeah, it's been too long.
Yeah, we had to go all the way over to Arizona to come by and see you.
Where were y'all headed anyway? I forget. Y'all were headed.
We were heading back across.
No,
We were going. Our trip took us out to Arizona. We went over to RTR, and then we chose to just hit the national forest around the area, and then come back down to well, we already talked to several different people, so we tried to hit some people on the way back. You were one of those, and you'd stay in contact with more than anything else. And so that was our focus going down that way. So then one of our other Van Life friends, YouTube friends, Zach and hold on, they're probably going to be listening to this and think I forgot their name. Nomadic Habits is their channel, and so we'd always stay connected. They left Galveston, came across and met us over in where was that at? Oh, in Roswell. So we were coming across. They met us in Roswell. So then we went all the way out and had to make sure we went to Galveston to go see. A couple places we wanted to ride the ferry across Galveston Bay. So
it don't take much to entertain y'all, does it?
not well. It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, they but about a 20-minute ride. The only reason I got on that ferry was go over to Bolivar to go fishing. The only time I got on that ferry, but that's not one of the more pleasurable ferry rides around Texas, I'll tell you. But as long as y'all liked it, that's all that matters, I guess.
Well, our whole thing was going across the bottom of the states. So we took that lowest road across the states, whatever the lowest one was. So we went across that, and then we headed across. We went into Louisiana, and then across. We had another ferry through there, and then we finally said we were ready to go back north after that point. And so we went to, yep. Then we went north. We didn't go to Florida. We were going to go to Florida and head back north, but we went on back up to North Carolina.
You know, one of the places that's on my bucket list when I get back out there is to go back over to Gulfport and Biloxi. I haven't been over there since Katrina blew it away, and I'm anxious to see what it looks like now. You know, a few years later.
I occasionally have this problem where I've got my camera pops back up, but I get my computer's doing some sort of background check. It doesn't like my camera being on there. It doesn't like any camera. I don't care what it is. Then it pops back on. That's why it says Elgato during that 10 seconds or 1 second or whatever it is. But hey, I want to shout out to Eva and Deb. I don't know who else is out there, but Eva, you're going to have to, at some point in time, you're going to have to come back across the U.S. over here. I know we visited with her several times, but head out to the west side of the country with us. I know you're getting your solar and some other things hooked up on your vehicle, and head out west so we can go out there and hang out there for a few months in the midst of winter time. And Deb, are you going to be returning back to RTR this year? So Eva says, heck yeah. It says absolutely. She's going to have to show up over there. I don't know if Deb's still on here, but if you are, just give me. You're going to be back out to the RTR Rubber Tramp Rendezvous in Quartzsite, Arizona. Hey, you can actually make a post on it too. You know that?
Is that the one that Bob Wells has up every year?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There's so many. Of them
Okay,
out there, I
Eva.
can't keep up with
Be
them.
good. We'll catch up with you later. Yeah, that RTR is one of the big events, and there's so many people that go out there. It's I would recommend for anybody, whether it's the first time or the second time or whatever, to go to RTR because it's just a very good event. And I thought I knew everything that was going on with a RV or van or whatever. And when I went out there, I was kind of amazed at some of the things that people come up with to make life a little bit easier. And
Like what?
Jim, you should go.
What'd you learn? What did you learn?
So, well, some of the security things, bicycles, solar power, just some of the things. And that's 2 years ago. So I'm going to sit here and go like, you're not getting everything out of me, man. And just I learned some stuff out there, and I'm going to tell you, you should go to that and go hang out with that. That's everybody should go to that at least once. But I know there's thousands of folks that show up to that. It's a free event. All you got to do is go show up.
How many people you think was there when y'all were there?
100,000. Not at the event. Probably something like about, because it's there's a women's RTR, and then there's a joint, and so each one of those are about 4 days long. But there's people that came around from all over. There's also the RV show that's like a couple days later, and that's like a week long out there. So everywhere you turn your head, there was the campgrounds and the BLM land had people scattered all over the place. So I bet you in the Quartzsite area that was that.
So any given day, how many people think was there combined, everybody?
At
20,000.
the RTR was probably, a couple thousand at the event.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot of people.
But it starts in the morning, it goes to afternoon. Late sometimes they got an evening show, and I think the first thing's like about 10 o'clock in the morning, 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. But there's a lot that goes on there. It's a real good program. I wouldn't. I was going to be out there this year, but we had some plans change that required us to go down to Florida and sit out there, and so otherwise we'd have been back in Arizona. And if I know this year,
that's got to be a very. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm on you. Go.
I was just going to say that's got to be a very daunting task to take on, to put on something like that. I mean, geez, I wouldn't even know where to start.
It's all volunteers, and they've been doing it for a long time, so they've got a lot of good experience with it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
A lot of experience. And the folks that are out there right now have, I think we just got a new president of the HOWA, House on Wheels Alliance, just last year. And so anyway, they're doing good. They raise money for people. They get some things going. I mean, I'm telling you, there's too much for me to try to share with anybody on there, because I couldn't even possibly tell you everything. I'm not involved with it. Yeah. What'd you say, bro? Oh,
I just listened to you.
Yeah. Anyway, it's good out there. So I recommend it from anybody to make that trip out west. I knew people that went out there just to go to that, but they actually stayed in some of the hotels. They flew out there and rented a car from Phoenix to drive there.
Oh, okay.
You back?
I'm back.
So let me flip the channel here like this. Boom, get her back in this. Where's your ice?
It was in there. It's melted. It's nice and cold.
She calls that a mojito.
Appalachian mojito.
Appalachian mojito because it's
Because we're in the Appalachians, and that's what they drink is Mountain Dew. They don't drink a Sprite here.
so it gives her a caffeine and a buzz at the same time.
Anything about that part? I was just thinking flavor. This is too good. This is dangerously good.
So yeah, we're gonna have to share that recipe so I can do that on the train. Of course, you probably got a lot more alcohol
You
in there.
know,
I
the
could
train
serve.
don't have Pepsi products. You can't do it. No Mountain Dew. Oh,
Ain't
but
nothing-
they got Pib, but technically.
There's nothing saying I can't bring a Mountain Dew on the train.
Okay.
It's a mixer.
Yeah.
We got all kinds of mixers.
Yeah. We can do that.
Darn right. So yeah. We're gonna be producing a video that's gonna come out pretty soon about a rafting trip today. We're going to have a video also about the series of events and things that went on that we've been leading up to with our van and our new vehicle.
Jeep. And I'll even make a mojito recipe video, a little short one, so you guys can make it yourself and enjoy it.
All right, Jim, it's been nice of you to spend some time with us and join us on here. If you got any last couple of comments about your channel and what you're doing, kind of your niche of what's happening on your channel, share with us.
Well, the only thing that's going to change anytime soon is once I get back out there on the road, the content will be more than what it has been lately. Because, you know, people that know me and are subscribed to me, they see my immediate area here in Houston and my neighborhood, as I call it, and I'm getting tired of making videos in the same area. So I know they got to be tired of looking at the same area, you know, themselves. So once I get back out there on the road, I'm gonna be all over the place, and I'm gonna have a lot more content, and hopefully be a lot more enjoyable. That's my main objective right there. Besides going back,
Yeah.
Besides going back and revisiting places I've been, you know, during my trucking days.
It'll be good. And then, and the name of your channel is Totally Relaxed. So everybody go find that. We'll probably put a link down in the description once we get this video up on the online. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yep. So we will have a link on there.
If they can see it on the screen right there in front of me, it's exactly
Oh, that's true.
how they type it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm the only. There's a lot of totally relaxed out there, believe it or not, channels, but I'm the only one with an exclamation mark behind the last word. Isn't that weird?
There we go.
Uh-oh.
That's happened 3 times.
Your camera says it's time to go. Your camera's got a timer on it.
No,
I know. It's surfing. It's surfing. I was just trying to make it sound good.
Yeah. What is that little black dot right there?
Let's make it full screen, dear.
Oh. We're still learning this technology, and one other thing we might want to do is that we may start doing more live streams during the week and stuff like that, and something that's going to be straight from the telephone out there.
Yeah.
So
Rather than the studio setup.
Yeah, because this
Although
this is
outside, not a real studio. That is real footage behind us.
yes.
And then when you see me looking away from the camera, it's because there's a river right there, and I can't help but to look at the water.
Sometimes we get kayakers, tubers, and
How many have we had?
only 2, but I've got a whole bottle of this juice left.
Alrighty.
So
Say goodbye.
yeah, all right. So Jim, been a pleasure having you on here, brother, and we'll catch up with you a little later. I can't wait for you to join us out there on the road,
Yes.
and especially come on up here to our home area, and the place where we're working right now. I don't want to work here.
I don't know. No, we don't want to work here forever. We like living here.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, something draws us back here every time. That's why we're always here.
It's a great place. Not only that, but Evelyn forges out here, so
Yes.
she goes around, snaps pictures and all the darn different plants. We can eat that one. Oh, that one's good for different things.
This
And
is like an amazing place for
we were talking to the rest
natural remedy plants. It's amazing.
Yeah, we were talking with some of our friends today that rode with us on the rafting, and we were talking about how many different varieties of plants are out there. And that one, tell them what I was talking about.
Which one? I
The
don't know. We talked
mullein.
about the mullein. Oh, mullein is like magical. Like, I mean, it's a lung. If you make a tonic out of it, it's for lung. If you want to quit smoking, you smoke the actual leaf of the mullein. But if you're out hiking, you can use it for toilet paper because it's soft and fuzzy. And God
Okay.
leaves. So it's very useful.
Wide leaves. We find out stuff like that. What's going on? We're
Yeah,
it looks like I have a signal
losing
difficulty.
signal.
So Jim, we're going to go ahead and sign off.
Yeah.
Appreciate you being on here today, and appreciate all the folks that have jumped on here with us, and those that I don't know that's out there. But we thank you, each and every one of you, for joining us today. Come visit us again, and stay tuned for our channel. Go check out Jim's channel, Totally Relaxed. Don't forget the exclamation on the end of it. That's a big thing to help find him. And also stay tuned in with us at Van Life and
Next
Beyond.
video.
Until next time,
Cheers.
Toasted Tuesday. Have a good day, y'all.